better shut that door. Good to go? All right, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon and welcome to the Harcourt's Holmwood Auction Room. My name's Kyle Siebert. I'm one of two auctioneers working with you today. My colleague Bridget Andrews will be with you shortly. On behalf of the team here, our Managing Director Tony Jenkins, CEO Kyle Sutherland, and everyone here at Holmwood, it's great to have you with us. Now, you will be aware that today's auctions are auctions brought forward. These are auctions that have been called ahead of schedule because our owners have received offers in advance of the scheduled date. They've deemed those offers acceptable in all respects, and the property will be sold to those purchasers at that price unless there is further bidding. So you still have every opportunity to make one of these lovely homes your own. You need only raise your hand. Now, the rules for a brought forward auction are slightly different from a standard auction. There is no reserve price per se. Rather, those acceptable figures, which we'll announce in just a moment, those become the effective reserve prices. The properties will be on the market from that point on, and you will, as I said, have the opportunity to bid further and endeavour to make one of these lovely homes your own. Now, as auctioneers, we can still nominate the increments by which the bidding is raised. We can still refuse bids if we feel they're not in the best interests of our owners, but we're unlikely to get in your way too much today. You won't hear the phrase vendor bid today. Those are bids made by an auctioneer on behalf of a property owner. We won't be placing vendor bids today. If you are that lucky last purchaser, of course, you have a couple of obligations. You pay your deposit, 10% of the purchase price, and you sign the contract. And when you sign that contract, you are acknowledging that you've received a copy of the approved REA guide. Finally, if any of our licensed colleagues in the room today are bidding on behalf of buyers, Bridget or myself will point them out to you, or at least we'll do the very best that we can. So those are the rules for a brought forward auction, ladies and gentlemen. Two lovely options for you today, the first of which is 25A Ryland Avenue in Ilam, brought to the market by Paul and Deb Nichols, of course, from our Fendalton office. Paul and Deb have had the pleasure of working with our good owners who've thoroughly enjoyed their tenure at number 25 Ryland Avenue, really enjoyed living here. The benefits of this home are plenty. I'll go through those in just a short moment, but first the contract. It describes a freehold title, a whopping 1,148 square metres more or less, and the settlement date to which you work, bidders and buyers, the 27th of March 2024, or earlier or later by mutual agreement. Of course, you may be bidding on the basis of a separate date. If that's in writing, no problem at all. This home is really well ensconced in an area full of lovely, lovely properties. This particular address down a rear section, it is absolutely private and peaceful. You've got a boundary of beautiful established shrubbery and other plants and plantings, stream boundary of course as well. That adds to the value here. A lovely parcel of land, down a long driveway, and the house itself really well oriented for sunshine, all day sun across the face of this beautiful home. We love the era of this construction. There is certainly opportunity to modernise and enhance. I think the upside to a little bit of elbow grease, pretty obvious in a good location like this. Great separation of spaces, lovely sunny living spaces, both separate and open plan. There is the option of a man cave or a study. Who knows what you might get up to in there. And of course, lovely bedroom accommodation. All in all, I just think this is a really gorgeous setting. By all accounts, lovely neighbours. And you know the underpinning of those great school zones, Burnside High, Westburn and Cobham as well. So many good schools you could afford to get expelled once or twice, I would suggest, Paul. So let's get underway here at 25A Ryland Avenue. The acceptable figure, Paul?
$1,020,000.
$1,020,000, bidders and buyers. We are on the market and selling at $1,020,000 unless you place a bid. This is your last chance. In fact, I'll give you three. At $1,020,000, I look for perhaps just $10,000 first call. $1,030,000, that's Deb on the phone with the client there at $1,030,000 and 40. Good response, a quick response at $1,040,000 with authority. At $1,040,000 now, first call. At $1,040,000 and 5, I'll take it all day long, Deb, at $1,045,000 and 50 now. At $1,050,000, the call. At $1,050,000, you've got to ask yourself, where do you find the next one? This is absolutely unique in terms of its tranquility, its privacy. At $1,050,000 only. Going once, 100,000, can I say? Just 1,000, no problem at all, at $1,051,000. Change of pace, perhaps that's encouraging. 55, I like it, a strong response there at $1,055,000. $1,055,000, new interest is welcome. At $1,055,000 going first time. Second call. And 56, that took some time. At $1,056,000 and 57, just the one. What's the retort, Deb, at $1,057,000? Maybe you'll improve your own position. It's always a good strategy. At $1,057,000, first chance at $1,057,000. And one now, 58. 60. I was going to say round me up. You read my mind. At $1,060,000, this is good property. Plenty of storage, never short on storage at this address. I know that's been a blessing for our owners. It will be for you too at $1,060,000. Storage galore, first chance, second call at $1,060,000. Kiwi dollars? Done. $1,060,000 and a half. We'll go with that actually. Yeah. At $1,060,500, 62, like your style at $1,062,000. Looks determined, I'm not surprised. This is great real estate. At $1,062,000, Deb, ask your client whether it would help if I told them I live around the corner. But don't retract your bid. At $1,062,000, first chance at $1,062,000. Twice the money now, $1,062,000. Third and final call, the white flag is waved. Any new interest? This is your last chance, or is it back to open homes at $1,062,000? Third, final call, it is going. Any better bid? It is going to a very nice couple, Jamie and Mary. It is gone and sold. Congratulations to our purchasers, to our owners. Thank you for entrusting Holmwood. All of the very best with your next chapter. And Bridget, I think you have the floor. Is it 1:15? Just wait a few moments. We'll be back with you very, very soon.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Holmwood auction rooms. If you've just joined us, welcome to our viewers online on Auctions Live. My name is Bridget Andrews and I will be your auctioneer this afternoon for 12 Highwood Lane in Burnside, superbly brought to the market by Deb and Paul Nichols from our Fendleton office. Always a pleasure working with you, Deb. A very warm welcome to our owner, Joan. Joan, I must commend you on how beautifully, immaculately presented you have your home. Now, buyers, you are aware that the auction has been brought forward. Our vendors have received an offer in advance of the scheduled date and they have accepted that offer. The property will be sold at that price to that purchaser unless there is any further bidding here today. So you still have every opportunity to purchase this lovely home. Now, the rules for a brought forward auction are slightly different. There is no reserve price. In fact, the price we are about to reveal is the reserve price and we are on the market and selling, but you'll still have every option to bid further if you choose. I, as your auctioneer, can nominate the sums by which your bids need to be raised. If the bid is not in the best interest of the seller, I can refuse such bids. If there is a disputed bid, we'll simply go back to the last undisputed bid and resume. I will be placing no vendor bids this afternoon, and if any of my licensed colleagues place any bids, I will identify them to you. And finally, when that hammer falls and you're that lucky last bidder, we'll get you to sign the auction contract, arrange to pay the 10% deposit of the final purchase price, and acknowledge that you've received a copy of the REA guide. Well, to the contract I take you, the property is 12 Highwood Lane in Burnside and is more formally described as a freehold parcel, 649 square metres more or less, Lot 1 deposited plan 313803, certificate of title 54525. Settlement date is set down for Friday the 26th of April unless you're working to a pre-arranged date, and the chattels remain the same as per the contract. Well, Deb and Paul, I'm not surprised that this property has been brought forward. Homes like this do get snatched up pretty fast. It's beautifully and immaculately presented in a lovely quiet lane. It's surrounded by quality homes, a really nice community to be part of. I visited on Sunday and the sun was just pouring in. Lots of windows allowing all that natural sunlight to come in. It's got a really inviting entrance that leads through to that kitchen dining area. This really is the hub of the home. I can imagine many lovely family meals will be enjoyed there. It flows seamlessly through to that large spacious living area and you've got the doors opening out to the outdoor area. Perfect place to relax and unwind in. This home has got such a sensible floor plan that works so well. I love the master bedroom with the doors opening up outside and the ensuite bathroom and that walk-in robe. The owner has lived here since it was brand new. Many happy years here. It has been very well maintained. You can just see that walking around. It's immaculate. Such a great location, Paul. I popped into Terra Viva actually after the open home on my way home. I was just planning on having a quick walk around, but an hour later I walk out with a trolley full of plants, and the Eggs Benedict is pretty good there. Well, I could go on and on, Paul, but that's enough said for me. Let's find out what that lucky number is.
So pre-auction offer 975.
975. So 975,000, ladies and gentlemen. That's the number to beat. I look for any offers above 975 or I sell away. At 975, is there a 10 in the room perhaps? You want to take us to 985? If you're here to bid and buy, ladies and gentlemen, now is your time. 975,000, I'll call it away 3 times. First call at 975. Second call at 975,000. Solid brick construction, beautifully maintained. Third call at 975. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there don't appear to be any other hands in the air, so I'm delighted to announce that the property is going, sold. Congratulations. Thank you very much, Joan. All the best for your new purchase of your new home. Congratulations to our buyers. And that concludes our auctions today. Enjoy the rest of your day.